So my friend, today in this video I'm going to teach you how to influence and influence people from the book of Dale Carnegie that he has written. And I'm very glad that you are going to learn these principles and implement them in your life, because I have seen great benefits from these principles and I want you to reap the benefits as well. So one of the main ones that I needed to hear from that book and understand it was to not argue with anyone, to not participate in arguments, basically. If you feel that an argument's got starting, I'm right, you're wrong, and the other person says I'm right, you're wrong, and you start going back and forth, that is very annoying, and the other person strengthens his belief and the thing that he thinks is fact, and you straighten your belief, and it actually doesn't get you both anywhere and just arises emotions of hatred towards the other person, which it is not needed. We don't want other people to hate us just for believing something that we don't. So that's the first principle, to not argue, which I think is not the first principle in the book, but it's the first in my book. The other thing is to not criticize, condemn, or complain. That is the other principle, that if you see someone that isn't doing something that is doing something that you wouldn't do, don't criticize him about it. Don't say, oh, you're doing this wrong, I don't want you to do it, because he most likely won't listen to you. He will be like, who are you that you are telling me this to do? More like you need to do something else. Instead of criticizing, condemning, and complaining to people, you need to find things to praise about. From one principle to the other, instead of criticizing, you need to find things to praise about. You need to praise people about any and all improvement. Even the smallest improvement, you need to praise your other friends or people you know. Oh, that's a really nice thing that you're doing. I really like the way that you have dressed today. I really like the way that you solved this problem, and so on. Just find things to praise, even if it's the smallest thing. If you see someone that is doing better than the previous time you saw him, praise him with each improvement that he is doing. In that way, he will want to do even more, to impress you even more and get even more praise from that. One of the other principles is to smile. People like other people that smile, and when you smile to yourself and to other people, you actually make them happier. It, of course, won't work on everyone, because some people are not in the mood to be happy. They're in the mood to feel sad and to have hatred towards the world. So this is not really something that works all the time, but with people that you contact with and have as friends and colleagues, it will work fine. Even towards most strangers, it will work really well. And for things that you want to explain to people, if you're a teacher or a student, you can start saying that, not saying, but feeling and believing that if someone isn't understanding what you're trying to say to them, assume that it is your fault and you haven't explained it properly. For example, I can explain something like in this video, but it will be my assumption that you don't understand it because I haven't explained it well enough. And that's why I try with my students to actually not make them see, oh, you are stupid, you are not capable of understanding this the way that I explain it. But if you, how should I say it? you should look towards yourself and correct yourself before trying to correct other people. One of the other things is, when you see something is not right and you want to correct it, it is better if you bring attention to their faults and your faults. No, to their faults only, indirectly. For example, if I see that someone hasn't brushed their teeth and has bad breath, I would pop some mint gum and say to them, do I want one? That's actually one that I thought of on the fly. This one has bad breath, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, will you come? Or something like that. Other thing is to talk in terms of the other person's interests. For example, most people don't really want to talk about, how should I say it, about your interests, because they're most likely self-centered and really like to listen about what they are thinking, what they are interested about, and so on. So actually think about what other people are interested about and making them talk about it. They actually will feel that they have made a better connection with you, and actually talking about themselves, for example, half an hour, they feel like the conversation has flowed really well when basically you haven't talked at all or much. And another principle that I haven't written in my notes here is that you have to get other people to talk about their interests. That way the conversation goes on, and if they see that you are paying attention and pitching in with the conversation, that will actually go on, and you can slide in some of your interests and make a really interesting conversation between you two. One of the other things that for teachers is to don't comment, don't give like, this is a test for you, do it. Like, do your assignments, do your homework, and so on. Do this task, do this, assignment. And you can actually ask them, can you do this assignment? If they don't know how to do it, they say, I can do it, I have this, and this excuse. And you start looking at the excuse, I don't have enough time, we're gonna do it right now, the assignment. The things I don't know how to do it, I'm going to, how should I say it, help you along the way. Not just say, here's the textbook, find it yourself. I'm gonna help you, let's find it. And bit by bit, you're going to actually help them along the way. Not just saying, do this and forget about it. You ask questions, is that the problem? Is this? And don't give assignments, ask questions. Can you do this? Oh, sure, why not? Why not do this? Other, smile, praise. I don't think if I've said it, but one of the other things that it is good to know is other people's names, and actually telling them, using their names. For example, George, George, come here, I want to ask you something about his interests, for example. If he likes to play video games, I ask him about, what was the last game you played? What joystick did you use? Or what keyboard settings? Something that you see, like if he has a gaming laptop, and ask him about, what RGB settings do you use when you play, or something like that. To combine some things, using the name, smiling. Yeah. And for the final two things, to make jokes. One of the things that isn't written in the book, but I think that is very important, to make some jokes to get other people engaged in the conversation, in the, how should I say it? in the topic that you are trying to say. For example, blowing something out of proportion, like how do I say it? Oh, the power bank. Your power bank is so huge you can probably run your laptop from it, or something of those lines. And something else. If you want someone to change his behavior, you need to actually explain to him why he should change it, and actually make him in a way come to that conclusion himself, just asking questions. You think that this will be possible, and in time he will, with a couple of questions, he will automatically come to the conclusion himself, not just with your saying I'll do this and you'll feel better or get better grades or so on, have more free time. You need to explain to him, either explain to him why he should do this, or ask him questions in order for him to get to the conclusion himself. I think that is it. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.